genocide from the 559. They call him Cage. And his partner, from the open road, the Cleveland, Ohio, Mack Cross. And in this quarter, first from South Central Los Angeles, Chocolate Thunder, Willie Mack. And last but not least, from Honolulu, Hawaii, here's Jeff Cobb.
There's the bell. And we have Mack Cross on one side, Jeff Cobb on the other. Jeff Cobb is reaching out for the handshake. Mack Cross, ever the sporting competitor.
We have two incredible international caliber athletes in the ring right now in Mack Cross and Jeff Cobb.
Mack Cross, I have said it before and I'll say it again, he is the Tony Hawk of professional wrestling.
That's a great way to put it.
Mack Cross is a stalwart in this game. He has done it all, and he has done it all with class and finesse.
He does. He breaks the rules in the ring.
He certainly breaks the rules of gravity. Defies physics with his strength. Jeff Cobb, on the other hand, tosses human beings like dough in a pizza parlor.
Jeff Cobb, an Olympic caliber athlete.
And he looks like he's almost got a curious look on his face at the idea that anyone would try to waist lock him.
Jeff Cobb's a great-natured human being. He's just a great guy to be around.
You know, he really is, and that's why he's so deceptive, Loudon, because once he slams your ass, you forget that he was so kind to you on the way into the building.
He has that jovial Polynesian spirit.
Yeah, right, like big as shit, broad, jovial, but rips your throat out.
Strong as an ox. Look at this guy.
Oh my, and Mack Cross, beautiful, spinning, parkour-like maneuver out of it. Ducks the clothesline now. And sorry, I couldn't.
Mack Cross does defy gravity, like as you said before. He's got incredible agility in this ring.
Oh, and Jeff Cobb, meanwhile, meets that agility with raw power.
That doesn't help you against a brick wall.
It's much like Rhino from Spider-Man's Rogues Gallery.
Yes, Mack Cross.
Beautiful backflip.
With a Spider-Man-like backflip.
And just as I said, we've got Rhino on one side. You've got Spidey on the other.
He's like a bearded Avenger.
And the bearded Avenger, Mack Cross, with a beautiful backflip. And now he's asking Jeff Cobb, what do you got, Jeff?
Yeah. Jeff calls himself Mr. Athletic.
Oh, and now, and Mocha Lightning tagging in Chocolate Thunder.
An equally big man.
Jeff Cobb.
We saw these two clash at Bar Wrestling 1.
Yes, and as much as they've clashed, Jeff Cobb told me before the show, Loudon, that they have teamed together twice, and when they team together, they are known as Chocolate Thunder and Mocha Lightning.
Oh my goodness. A tidal wave of flavor.
Meanwhile, Chocolate Thunder, Willie Mack, the Mack, sizing up Brian Cage.
Yeah, and now the other big man.
Not many people.
Three big boys in this match.
Not many people ask for Brian Cage. Not many people wait for him to get in the ring.
Well, Willie Mack's not everybody.
Willie Mack's not ordinary.
That's what we love about him.
And the patrons of bar wrestling love him too. Perhaps as much as they love Brian Cage. I think this is one of those...
Perhaps as much as they love Melissa.
Everybody loves Melissa, but these two trading blows already. What I was going to say, Loudon, is that this is almost an all these guys scenario because there's no one in this match that you really dislike. Everyone's a hard worker. Everybody has traveled the globe and wrestled in front of international audiences.
How can you not love watching these two brutes just beat the crap out of each other?
Cage swings for a clothesline. Willie Mack, step up, swinging Frankensteiner.
Willie Mack can do it all.
And Cage now meets him with a swinging Frankensteiner of his own.
So can Brian Cage.
Anything Willie can do, Cage can do better. Brian Cage now slicking his own mohawk. Brian Cage now having words with the people of Los Angeles.
All right, Jeff Cobb wants back in.
Jeff Cobb just asked for it, point blank. He wants another shot at Matt Cross. Now he's stretching out. Jeff Cobb, Olympic caliber athlete.
Matt Cross going all the way around, nobody home.
Matt Cross, literally a living ninja warrior. Loudon. Backflip from Brian Cage. Willie trips Cage up. Now Willie's gonna go for one. Oh, and that could have really hurt. Willie with a beautiful dip up. But Matt Cage answers with his own resorte. And the patrons of bar wrestling answer with their support.
But no one connecting.
Spinaroonie! All four men rejoicing over their love of dance moves. Willie Mack ends the celebration with a kick to the chest.
Out goes Matt Cross.
And Brian Cage clotheslines Willie Mack over. Jeff Cobb with a standing drop kick. Brian Cage goes down.
What a drop kick from Jeff Cobb. What an athlete this man is.
Jeff Cobb kicks like a horse. Well, who does he fly like? Matt Cross with a bicycle kick.
So Matt Cross gets his foot right up in Jeff Cobb's face.
And that chandelier, I hope we have insurance because he's going to nail it.
Matt Cross!
Oh, and a beautiful. There's over the top rope plancha from Matt Cross.
Right into this throng of crowds. There's no chairs in the audience, not at bar wrestling. It's just the crowd and the wrestlers.
That's right, Loudon. It's important to note that there is no protective barricade here. There is no mat on the floor. This is literally like wrestling in a bar, Loudon.
There are no barriers whatsoever. They can literally reach out and touch the action here.
We can't see the action, but there are plenty of fans capturing it on their phones. There are plenty up close and personal watching what's going on.
Wow, I can see
it is a bar fight.
We're gonna have this on at least 20 or 30 different YouTube channels, judging by how many cell phones are in the air.
Brian Cage and his tag team partner Matt Cross, two peak physical specimens, are beating the living hell out of Chocolate Thunder and Mocha Light.
Well, we saw Willie Mack and Jeff Cobb go outside the ring quite a bit in their clash at Bar Wrestling 1. So these two are not afraid to take it outside the ring, do some brawling, maybe use some beer, possibly using items from the bar itself.
Loudon, I've partied hard in my days. I've been at many large gatherings where many people are very drunk. I've been in this type of scenario, fist fighting, and I'll tell you what, it's very dangerous. It is precarious.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I don't party often, but when I do, I party hard. So.
Damn Skippy, Loudon.
And now,
the audience here shares our trouble.
We've come back full circle.
Here we go. We're back in the center. Jeff Cobb takes a side suplex from Brian Cage onto the apron. Of course, the hardest part of the ring, where everything hurts like 2 or 3 times harder.
There's no limits to the brutality of Brian Cage.
Look at Jeff Cobb's face like he was just slammed on the hardest part of the ring.
Cobb is still feeling it.
Oh, jeez. Back cross, back handspring into a back elbow.
Beautifully done.
Mack Cross.
Unbelievable.
Beautiful. Middle rope, springboard suplex. That's it.
Amazing.
Suplex cross body.
Amazing vertical height from Matt Cross.
The form, again, he is like he's like an acrobat in the air, like a ninja.
Brian Cage now.
Gotta imagine that Matt Cross still trains every week.
Brian Cage trains quite a bit as well.
Brian Cage doesn't leave the gym, Loudon.
They just give him the keys. They say just take them.
Oh, and he's got Jeff Cobb up. That's a heavy man to be holding up so high.
Jeff Cobb is a big, big boy.
Let's make it very clear to our audience at home, Jeff Cobb is a heavy-ass man.
But Brian Cage is a machine.
Brian
There's
Cage.
no limits to Brian Cage.
No. Loudon.
Amazing agility, amazing power. Hooks the leg.
Brian Cage is a machine, Loudon.
Willie Mack looking like he needed to interject there for a moment. I like Willie Mack. He's wearing the Baltimore Orioles colors tonight. My heart is sentimentally there.
Jeff Cobb may be all heart left because his brains have been scrambled.
He's definitely looking towards that corner, but he's a long, long way. Matt Cross hooked the leg. Matt Cross staying on top of Jeff Cobb, trying to keep him in their corner, making the quick tags, the frequent tags with his partner Brian Cage, and Jeff Cobb.
T-bone suplex from Jeff Cobb.
Exploding out of the corner.
The audience distracted, the Southern California audience distracted by their love of Lucha Underground. All 4 men in this ring are competitors at Lucha Underground, but tonight they are at bar wrestling, and they are beating the shit out of each other.
Willie Mack tagged in, comes in.
Spinning back elbow. Willie Mack's got Brian Cage up, slams it down.
Willie Mack is a powerful man in his own right.
You are not kidding, Loud and Noxious. Willie Mack charging like a freight train, and the ring is moving. Matt Cage is crushed. Matt Cross is crushed. Brian Cage is crushed.
And
Chocolate Thunder is about to reign.
What a clothesline.
Willie Mack is just getting started.
He almost took Brian Cage's head off.
Fireman's carry position. Matt Cross takes a Samoan drop. Willie Mack gets up.
Back to his feet. Agility there.
Moonsault.
It's like a big cat. Hovers him up.
Not the first time Willie Mack has been compared to a large cat. And he just takes a shot to the skull. That's 7 lives.
Cage now takes a swing for a clothesline of his own.
Ducks another line. Ooh, and he just enziguri Cage in the skull.
Cage looked like he wanted to give a little bit of payback with his own clothesline.
Oh, and Willie takes an elbow and another one in the back of the skull. Cage now reverses to the pump handle.
Can he get the big man up?
Can
he do it?
He's fighting it. Willie's fighting it, but he goes
Yes!
up.
Only because it was Brian Cage did he get him up.
I'm not gonna bother to call that one. Brian Cage, I'm sure, has a name for it. But let me tell you about Brian Cage, Loudon. He is the singularity. He is what happens when man evolves past man and becomes superhuman and becomes machine. Brian Cage is the next stage of human evolution. I don't even know what he's capable of.
He's taken incredible punishment, and he's still going full force.
Jeff Cobb slams it down.
Wow.
Humanity's last hurrah.
Some sort of, it's like he hit rewind or some sort of slingshot button. That was amazing.
Double stomp from Matt Cross. Jeff Cobb counts out, and then cross arm breaker. Cross arm breaker. Can he lock it in?
Cross just popped right back up into that submission hold.
Jeff Cobb rolls him onto his shoulders.
He was ready for it.
Both shoulders. If he can roll him onto both, he's going to pin him.
Jeff Cobb, an expert at mat wrestling.
Power bomb. No, Matt Cross is fighting out of it. Matt Cross ducks a clothesline from Jeff Cobb. Matt Cross lifts all and Jeff Cobb up on his shoulders. That's a lot of weight.
Matt Cross can lift a lot of weight.
Matt Cross, as strong as he is, can't hold him up.
Pinning combination.
Double stop to the chest and an elbow.
Hooks the leg. Is he going to get him?
No.
I thought after that double stop that would have taken the wind out of Jeff Cobb.
That sequence took the wind out of me, Loudon. But The people of bar wrestling, the patrons of bar wrestling, are slamming the ring.
Like I said,
asking for more.
there's no barriers.
There are no barriers. It allows them to get just as close to the action as they can without getting hit themselves.
Cage goes downstairs.
Cage shoots Willie Mack off, and Chocolate Thunder goes, oh, and a sling blade.
Willie Mack has had Brian Cage's number thus far.
Bicycle kick from Matt Cross. Punch to the face from Jeff Cobb. Lift, knee lift.
Cage now on top of Willie Mack.
Willie Mack breaks, spinning back kick. Spinning clothesline, inside out goes Willie Mack.
Cage finally gets that clothesline.
Discus clothesline, no. Power slam.
Jeff Cobb is freakish. Amazing.
I have never seen such strength.
Just able to twist and turn in every direction.
Inside out goes Matt Cross. Onto his feet though. Matt Cross ducks clothesline. Matt Cross with a beautiful
That ought
cutter.
to do it. Hooks the leg.
Jeff Cobb with everything he's got kicks out at 2.9.
Matt Cross pretty much dishing out everything he's got.
Jeff Cobb fighting to his feet. Matt Cross diagonal from him. Back springboard. No, he isn't going to get him a second time.
Jeff Cobb almost threw him out of the ring.
Release German suplex. Stunner.
Yoko Willie Mack.
Classic Willie Mack.
Jeff Cobb covers
And
Cage,
that's it. The unstoppable Willie Mack.
Chocolate Thunder and both are lightning.
Jeff Cobb.